In the next scene, we see Adan lying on the ground. She quickly stood up and looked around. Adan was shocked to see that she had returned to Philion Academy. At the academy, the rest of the students watched Ronan and Shalefin's fight from a big screen. Our girl was surprised to see that her body had already healed up. She realized that she had been eliminated from the contest. Before Adan was pushed off the cliff, she remembered Ronan telling her that she took the third position. As Adan and the other students expected, only Ronan and Shalefin were left to face each other. The scene shifts and we are taken back to the boys. Shalefin used a tornado to push our boy back. Ronan quickly ran into the forest. Shalefin ran after him with his sword, ready to strike anything down. As Ronan ran through the forest, Shalefin became angry and decided to attack our boy. With a horrifying look on his face, Shalefin gripped his sword and launched an attack. He sent 2 tornadoes at Ronan. Ronan was shocked to see this. He could not believe that Shalefin actually split his storm sword technique into 2 different trajectories. Ronan called Shalefin a crazy bastard. As the tornadoes got closer to our boy, he stops running. While Shalefin's technique was dangerous, the power of his tornado has been divided by half. Ronan could now analyze this technique. Our boy grabbed his sword and ran into the tornadoes. With a serious look on his face, Ronan used one of Nebiro's techniques. This technique is called Long Sword. The technique created a huge slash that clashed with Shalefin's tornadoes. The long sword and the tornadoes canceled each other out. The attack created a lot of dust and heavily destroyed the ground. As the dust slowly cleared up, we see Ronan hiding behind a boulder. Ronan was shocked to see that he actually managed to block the attack. Ronan knew that he would have lost if Shalefin had used the full force of his aura. Our boy did not understand what was going on. Shalefin was much stronger than he expected. After Ronan caught Dolan, Shalefin had become more proficient in using his storm sword. Almost everything about Shalefin had become better. Ronan used to be much faster than Shalefin, but now they are evenly matched. This did not make sense to our boy. He could not believe that Shalefin could still become much stronger than he already was. Ronan realized that the current Shalefin is much stronger than the past Shalefin of the same age. While Ronan was hiding behind the boulder, Shalefin openly searched for him. While doing his best to catch his breath, Shalefin says that Ronan is amazing. He could not believe that our boy was actually able to cut through his storm sword technique. Although Shalefin had suppressed the technique, he believed that it would be impossible for Ronan to get through. He was surprised to see that Ronan could actually cut through mana. While looking at a cut on his chest, Shalefin says that Ronan is incredible for mastering Nebiro's techniques. Shalefin always believed that he was superior to Ronan when it came to techniques. He was surprised to see that Ronan was already closing the gap between them. Shalefin took a deep breath. He realized that he was reaching the limit of using mana to increase his speed. He understood that he needed to use an ultimate attack to end the fight. While hiding behind the boulder, Ronan realized that he will be in danger if Shalefin completely adapts to his movements. Our boy knew that he would lose because he could never beat Shalefin when it came to pure skills. Ronan understood that he could no longer let the fight drag on. Our boy and Shalefin held their sword tightly. They decided to end the fight with one last attack. Ronan came out of hiding and Shalefin sensed his presence. The 2 boys rushed to attack each other. Their swords clashed and created a huge wave of energy. The 2 pushed each other back with their swords. Ronan quickly took a stance and rushed to attack Shalefin. Upon seeing that Ronan was coming closer to him, Shalefin took a stance and used his storm sword technique. Our boy was terrified to see the technique. He smiled nervously. The area got covered in dust after the attack. When the dust cleared up, we see Shalefin standing. Shalefin was shocked to see the state of his body. He knew that Ronan would try to dodge the attack, but he never expected our boy to still be able to damage him badly. He was more surprised to see that Ronan landed such an attack while dodging the tornado. Shalefin turned around and looked at our boy. He saw Ronan rushing to attack him. With a smile on his face, Shalefin asked Ronan to tell him why he continues to surprise him. Ronan smiled when he heard this. He could not believe that Shalefin was still able to smile even after he was cut by a sword. As Ronan got closer to Shalefin, he called the future sword saint an original crazy bastard. Shalefin was shocked to see Ronan so close to him. He quickly picked up his sword and defended himself. The 2 boys used their swords to cut each other at the same time. They both spat out some blood. Instead of falling, our boy and Shalefin pushed through the pain and attacked each other. They pressed their swords against one another. The clashes from their swords destroyed the surroundings. Ronan and Shalen laughed as their swords clashed against each other. The other students at the academy could not believe what they were seeing. They could not believe that such overpowered monsters were actually first-year students. They were not sure if they were actually watching a match between first-year students. One of the students suggested that Ronan and Shalen should have a separate test in order to make things fair for the other students. Another student could not believe that Ronan and Shalen had already changed the landscape of the island. This is shocking because not even a war can change the terrain of a place. Adan was shocked to see how powerful our boy truly was. Nabirose laughed as she watched her students fight to death. She was very happy to see that our boy and Shalen had greatly improved. Although Nabirose was enjoying the match, she could tell that the boys had reached the limits of their stamina. This means that the winner of the fight will be determined by the next attack. Guys, we have come to the end of our video. If you guys want part 30 of this recap, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button for more recaps. See you guys later.